when we reach the realm of ego death, or ego dissolution, or whatever you're going to call it, there is no longer any perceived boundary between oneself and the chair. In this state, there are no things. There is just one continuous experience.
In some sense, all of experience is an illusion. You know, everything that we experience in the here and now and our state of being is a hallucination, an elaborate hallucination that our brains construct. We happen to call it consensus reality, but it's still, I mean, physics tells us that, you know, the picture of reality that we build so that we can navigate through the world and not step in front of buses and stuff like that and do all those, you know, the world doesn't really look like this at all. You know, the brain constructs a model of reality that more or less maps onto reality. It's good enough that we can survive. If we change the nature, you know, we have the model and we have the real world out here and we have the sensory neural interface that's taking this information in, interpreting it, and giving us the model. If we change the nature of the sensory neural interface a little or a lot, if we substitute, say, DMT for serotonin, you know, the model of the world that we get changes radically. And who's to say that that's any less valid than the model that, you know, the brain constructs for, you know, for everyday purposes. So this idea that, you know, I mean, it's all illusion, it's all hallucination. That's what experience is, you know. I mean, that's why, in some ways, I sometimes get a little impatient with people that say, you know, well, a drug experience cannot possibly have any spiritual validity. Well, I'm here to tell you that all experience is a drug experience. You know, we're all on drugs all the time, largely because we're made of drugs, you know, and that's what drives us. You know, experience is, you know, sort of the what issues out of this biochemical process of, you know, all these neurotransmitters and hormones moving around our brain. I mean, it's drugs.
Now, if that isn't a hazard to this country, you see my point. How are we going to keep building nuclear weapons? You know what I mean? What's going to happen to the arms industry when we realize we're all one? It's going to fuck up the economy. The economy that's fake anyway. Which would be a real bummer, you know. You can see why the government's cracking down on the idea of experiencing unconditional love.